Good morning. Hey, I'm Steve Weber, broadcasting the American Gumption Morning Show on the road, episode 1, coming to you from California this morning. And hey, got the trip started. Yesterday, I got on an airplane and flew from Philadelphia out to San Jose. So everything went well. Anyway, here I am. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to give you an overview of what's going to happen over the next 3.5 weeks. So I got on a plane yesterday and I flew out to California, as I mentioned, and I'm going to pick up a car here and I'm going to end up driving it back to the East Coast, be basically like a transport vehicle, transport driver. They were going to have the car shipped. And so anyway, I said, hey, I raised my hand and I said, I'd like to jump in on that and go ahead and, bring that back east there for you. So anyway, that's the plan. So 3.5 weeks. So what I'm going to just do today, it's going to be a short little kind of a monologue only show. And I'm going to basically just give you an overview of what this on the road trip overview is going to be all about. And, and I'm just going to describe it. I got a couple screenshots and I'm broadcasting with my laptop computer today. And you can see I'm in a different location. And so I'll tell you about where I'm coming from today. And then each of the trips or each of the shows that I do over the next couple of weeks will be, from different locations. So that is the plan. So, basically, though, let's see, I'm a little disorganized. I don't have my notes. I don't have a computer or a printer to print out my little sheet here and go through my normal monologue and then have the guests come on and do all that. So, we're going to wing things a little bit here for the next couple of weeks and try something new and see how it all goes. So thanks for your patience with that. And hopefully the broadcasting, one of the things that's really important is that the broadcasting will actually work, and so far so good. I'll have to figure out a backdrop each time, to where am I going to broadcast from, and maybe 1 or 2 shows from the same location, but for the most part, each day will be a different show as I move across the country. So let's see. Here's what I'm planning to do. I've got two cameras that I'm going to be using, my iPhone and my iPad, and I've got tripods, and I've got them set up, and I've got a microphone set up. Now I'm just using my computer this morning, but basically I'm going to collect video footage. I'm going to do some interviews. Some of them might be live. Some of them might be using the iPhone instead of the computer to actually capture the image of myself and someone who I'm interviewing. But otherwise, it might just be, I might just do a little bit of a video and record it and then come on and do the show and then play those video clips for you, kind of in an edited format. So that's the plan. And I also have my little GoPro here, and I'm planning to hook this up on the car as I drive. And so I'll have some footage that I can intersperse of driving across the country. Obviously the mountain areas, California, the coastline, there's some great spots. And so I hope to bring some of those things to you as the week unfolds and unravels. So anyway, that's the plan. That's what I'm going to do. And today I just wanted to jump on quickly. I got here late last night. I'm switching from East Coast to West Coast time, woke up about 3:30 and I was like, oh, it's time to wake up, and slept for about an hour or 2. And so anyway, getting used to the new routine. Alrighty, now let's go ahead and just give you, I'm going to do a screen share. I'm going to do a screen share, and I'm going to just show you my calendar that I'm planning to go with the next couple of weeks. Let me go ahead and take off the one banner here. We'll get that out of the way. Oh, I guess actually I could leave that up there since this is the overview and it's not interfering with what the thing looks like. In fact, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put that on full screen. I'll remove myself here and we'll just show you what that calendar looks like. So basically, yesterday was the 17th. This is March the 17th. I flew out from San Jose or from Philadelphia to San Jose, arriving about 8 o'clock last night. Left about 2:30 from Philadelphia. Did my show, yesterday in the regular studio, and then got, like I said, on the road. So now, in the next 3 days, I'm at my sister Jean's house, and she actually has the car, and the car is going to my sister Eileen's, where I'm staying back in Pennsylvania for the last year plus. And so anyway, I'm transporting a Prius across country, and so I'm going to drive that car, and basically, but the next 3 days I'm planning to be here. Now tomorrow, what I'm planning to do is go to Monterey, and so that's on the 19th, and I'm going to meet a friend Scott Scott and Dory, and spend the day with them, and I'm going to take some footage of the Bubba Gump restaurant, and maybe I'll go sit on the bench. This is the plan. It's supposed to be kind of rainy, so we'll see how that goes. But the idea of tomorrow is I'll go down there and video that, and then I'll have that footage to show probably next Monday. Now, Sunday, and I don't know whether I'm going to do a show tomorrow. I'm not sure what's going to happen today. So we may not end up broadcasting tomorrow, but we may end up just coming on for a few minutes like I did today and give you a little teaser of some more stuff that I figured out and adventure for today. So we'll just see. We'll play that by ear. Now, on Sunday, the 21st, okay, that's 4 days from now, I'm going to drive from Northern California down to Southern California. And that whole week, I'm going to be meeting with the Spirituality Gone Wild people. I'm going to meet Debbie G. For the first time, we're going to meet face to face. And Victoria Reynolds, I'll be meeting her, and then I'll go out to the desert on the 24th and 25th, and so Victoria and Debbie are right on the coast, Huntington Beach and Redondo Beach. So I'll be spending the next couple of days, or the first couple of days next week, with them. Then I'm going to drive out to the desert. And Dr. Reverend Sharon Stone is going to, I'm going to be on her guest on her show, and she's part of the Spirituality Going Wild on Wednesday night, and I'll stay at the place that she has. She's got this nice spot in the mountains of the desert, and she calls it the Himalayas of her Himalaya mountains. And so anyway, she'll be on my show on Thursday morning next week, and then not 100% sure what'll happen next Friday, other than the fact that I will begin my journey out of Southern California up towards Salt Lake City, and eventually arriving in the Boulder area on Sunday night. And so I know Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a week from now, I need to be on the road, and I need to be getting from Southern California over to Boulder, about 1,000 miles. So I'll be putting in some miles along that. I'll tell you more about that when that all unfolds. Then the first couple of days of the week after, certainly on Monday, I'm going to meet with Angie LaRue. Angie has been a guest here 3 times on it. I am going to go to the Crystal Sanctum. I am going to see where she works her magic and her intuitive healing and her so it's just going to be a fun. I'm really excited. That's kind of one of the days I've got marked on my calendar. Hopefully, I'll be meeting with Kathy Mason, also part of the Spirituality Going Wild in the Boulder area, on either the 30th or 31st. Now, April 1st is a driving day over to Kansas City. I'll stay with my brother John and Rosemary for a couple of days. Basically Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That would be April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and 4th, and then up from Kansas City up to the Chicago area. And I'm planning to have lunch with a friend and stay with my niece up there and meet my great nephew and niece, see them again, and then over from Chicago into Indiana. And maybe I'll meet, Jed, who's become part of the Spirituality Gone Wild family. He's not far from the Indianapolis area. But basically, I'm going to stop in Fort Wayne, and I want to see Radiance and Steve Tyler. They have both been a guest on the show. They have that brand new studio that is the sound recording studio in the Fort Wayne area, state of the art recording studio for musicians. So I will go there and experience that firsthand, and then into the Pittsburgh area and meet with a friend, and also maybe meet with some new spirituality going, Ian Morris and Dana. So we're going to, we're trying to jam a lot of stuff in there. That's at the end of the trip, that last week. And I expect to be home either the 10th or the 11th back to, so anyway, I hope that makes sense. Me sharing, let's go ahead and remove that. Me sharing just what the episode is, but basically in, Northern California for a few days. Then I go to Southern California for about 5 days. Then I end up going over to Boulder, a couple days to drive over there. And, they'll be weather dependent. I don't know whether there's going to be a snowstorm. There was a snowstorm last weekend in the Denver area. And that, I'm not going to be crazy and go into the mountains if that's not going to, we're not going to do put ourselves in risk here. So we might have to call some audibles. We might have to change the plan as it goes along. I was trying to figure out how to get to Arizona and spend a few days there. But just not enough time on this particular trip. And so anyway, but maybe I have to end up going the southern route. Who knows? And so anyway, then, but up in the Kansas City, I'll visit some more family and stay there a few days up in the Chicago area, Fort Wayne, and then Pittsburgh, and then back April 10th or 11th, Saturday or Sunday. That's my tentative arrival back home date. So that's really, that's really what I'm planning to do. It's exciting to think and, to be, doing this thing. And I didn't mention that I'm broadcasting on Spirituality Gone Wild. Really, this trip is all about meeting the Spirituality Gone Wild team. So Debbie G, of course, I'll be meeting her, but then meeting several of the other hosts next week in Southern California. And then as I cross the country, I'll meet some more of those folks, and I'll meet some friends that I've been, have known for years and have graciously said, hey, stop by and spend the night. So that's what I'm planning to do. Just keep moving along, get this car from the West Coast back to the East Coast. Although, it's more of an adventure for me. It's, getting the car there was like, that's what started it all. And they were planning to have the car shipped, one of those carriers. And I was like, hey, can I do that? I'd like to do that. And so anyway, I got out my equipment. I'm excited to try how the GoPro either on the dash cam, it'll be like a dash cam, or maybe I'll stick it on the, front windshield. I'm not sure how I'll figure that out. I've got the technology, I believe, to do that. And then again, using my iPad and my iPhone in order to, capture some interviews and broadcast and, mic people up. And we're just going to play this by ear and see how it goes. So that is the plan. I'm excited to get going with it. Lisa's checking in, and she says that it sounds like a great trip, fun following. Yeah, we're gonna thank you, Lisa. We're gonna try to broadcast like Monday through Friday at approximately this regular time. Normally I'm 7 to 8 a.m. on the West Coast, 10 to 11 on the East Coast. But I'm also going to leave open the idea and the option to maybe I'll do a show like at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and just find a spot where I'm with some people who I want to interview, and we're going to turn on the broadcast, and we'll just go live with it then. So that is a very real possibility. And then if for the shows that do happen in the morning at the regular time, I expect that I'll have some video footage that I'll have captured from the day before, and I'll just do sort of a replay of that and commentary on some of the footage, and kind of a little bit more like more of a news broadcast format. So anyway, somebody when I announced this, someone said, "Hey, are you related to Charles Carroll?" Charles Carroll had his On the Road show that he took out there and did a traveling across America. That is kind of the idea. My plan is to get an RV and live and work from the road for the next 4 to 7 years. So how that all comes about and happens, we'll see. This is sort of a little bit of a beta version for that. So this is going to be like a little bit of a test run in terms of, like the stories. Now, 1 year ago, I had been out on the road, and that was really kind of a beta version of it. And that was right when COVID shut down, and there was the march for the dams. There was the trip that was going from Portland up to the lower Snake River dams, and there was a group of people who were walking the 200 plus miles, and I ended up tagging along, partnering with that group for a bit, but COVID came and shut the whole thing down, and the people scrambled and wanted to get back to where they came from. It didn't feel safe to be out there on the road. So that was a disappointing thing that happened, and that was really kind of the beginning. But what I learned from that trip was that I didn't have the broadcasting ability figured out using StreamYard. Of course, I partnered with Spirituality Gone Wild, so part of a team that way. The technology in order of how these broadcasts work, I didn't have any of that figured out. How to capture, like how to download the files and how to keep it, and be able to build these archives of all this and have this thing. None of that was in place. And of course, here we are a year later, and I did yesterday show number 144. So we've gotten some momentum going that way. But now it's time to try to take it back on the road. So take what I've learned in the last 7, 8 months, and now try to do this on a more portable basis. So here I am broadcasting from Santa Clara, and we'll see you tomorrow. I think I'll probably plan to get on and just do something. I may end up going to Monterey early, leaving early. So maybe I'll just jump on for a few minutes and announce what I'm planning to do, just to kind of keep things going and organized. And maybe I'll have an interview. I'll meet someone this afternoon, and I'll do a little interview, and I'll be able to share that with you too. So we're just traveling around and experiencing this as they go along. So, all righty. Well, this was a bit of a different show. I appreciate people, joining me, and look the next couple of weeks. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and, mark these as like on the road, episode 1, episode 2. So I'll kind of keep those, but I'll also keep the numbering system for the American Gumption Morning Show that I've used all along, just to keep things all in chronological order, that sort of thing. So, alrighty, that's it. We're going to be out of here. Gosh, only a 15-minute show or so, but that's okay. I want to show also, I'm going to, let me do one thing here. I brought I'll disappear, I think, when I'm going to put this up. There's the American Gumption Morning Show home studio. I captured a picture of it for so you'll see that that's part of that's where we came from. That's where we'll be back broadcasting from April 13th or 14th time frame when we get back to the East Coast. So there. But here I am in the new studio, the new temporary studio, broadcasting today. So all righty. Well, have a great day, everybody. I will see you for episode 2 probably tomorrow here. So have a great day. We'll see you soon.